Hello, Mrs. Pratt here, and I'm going to read you the book Crazy Hair Day by Barney Saltberg. Look at that hair. Isn't that crazy? Let's see what happens on Crazy Hair Day. Stanley Birdbaum woke up early. Bald Eagle Elementary School was celebrating Crazy Hair Day, and Stanley couldn't wait. They had celebrated Pajama Day, Twin Day, and the 60s Day. Stanley's favorite was Twin Day because he and his best friend Larry Finchfeather had worn exactly the same thing. Can you see Pajama Day, Twin Day, and what was that day? The 60s Day. He has pictures from all the special days at school. So I wonder what he's going to look like for a Crazy Hair Day. Stanley was ready. He had rubber bands. He had styling gel. And to make his hair perfect, Stanley had 2 cans of Halloween hairspray. Stanley's mother knew just what to do. She wrapped, she dipped, and to make his hair perfect, she sprayed Stanley's hair bright orange and blue. Ta-da! Said Stanley, I am a work of art. You are going to be late if you don't hurry, said his mother. See Stanley's orange and blue hair? Pretty crazy hair. Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair. He gently tapped the tips on his spikes. This, he said, is going to be a day I will never forget. I bet Larry Finchfeather and I will have the craziest hair in the whole school, Stanley thought, and he walked toward the classroom. He heard his teacher talking. And remember, Mr. Winger said, Crazy Hair Day is next Friday. Crazy Hair Day isn't today. What are you thinking? When you see the picture of Stanley, what do you think he's feeling like? When you see all the other kids and their regular hair, what do you think Stanley is thinking? What do you think the other kids are thinking of Stanley? Let's keep reading, find out what happens. Everybody stopped. Everybody looked. Stanley felt sick. Larry Finchfeather said, is that a hair do or a hair don't? I'm thinking his best friend is making fun of him. Oh dear. Everybody laughed. And Stanley ran for the bathroom. A few minutes later, Stanley heard someone come in. It's me, Larry Finchfeather. The Larry Finchfeather who just made fun of me in front of the whole class, asked Stanley. I was only teasing, said Larry. What do you think Larry Finchfeather should do? If he made fun of Stanley, now what should he do? Yeah, I think he should say he's sorry. You're right. Let's keep reading and find out what happens. Some days you tease me too much, said Stanley. Mr. Winger said he wants me to try to be a peacemaker instead of a troublemaker, said Larry. I'm supposed to bring you back to class. I'm not going, said Stanley. If you stay in here, you'll miss being in the class picture. What are you thinking? Are you thinking that Stanley really wants to be in the class picture with his crazy hair? I don't know. Would you want to be in the picture with your crazy hair? Let's keep reading. and find out what happens. I thought picture day was next Friday. Crazy hair day is next Friday. Picture day is today. How do you think Stanley is feeling now? Oh dear. Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair. He gently tapped the tops of his spikes. This is going to be a day I will never forget. Larry Finchfeather suggested that Stanley try washing his hair in the sink. It won't help, said Stanley. Halloween hair color lasts for days. Well, it really doesn't matter. It's only your hair, Larry told him. If you don't come out of here by the time math is over, I'm coming to get you. You can't stay in here all day. Now I'm thinking, what are you thinking? I'm thinking that Larry Finchfeather has still not said he's sorry. And I'm thinking that I could stay in the bathroom all day if I had crazy hair on picture day. It was very quiet after Larry Finchfeather left, and Stanley wondered if maybe he could spend all day in the bathroom. He ate his lunch. He drew pictures, because remember, he had his backpack on. He never took his backpack off. He even timed himself to see how fast he could flush all the toilets. Think Mr. George would have something to say about that. 32.5 seconds, he shouted. A new world record by me, Stanley Birdbaum. Stanley had counted up to 121. Yay! First graders can count to 120 at least. 122. 123 drops of water from a leaky faucet when Larry Finchfeather came back. So he must be a good first grader. He can count more than 120. Beep, time's up. Let's go, Larry announced. Picture time. How do you think Stanley's feeling right now? Yeah, I don't think so good. If I'm in it, I'll look like the class weirdo, said Stanley. Remember 60s Day when Mr. Winger had the flu but came in anyway, said Henry. He said the day wouldn't be the same if we weren't all together. You have to come. I'll give you 5 more minutes. Larry Finchfeather left, and Stanley Birdbaum thought about 60s Day when Mr. Winger had taught them all those great old songs. See, there's 60s Days, and there's Mr. Winger teaching them 60s songs. He remembered on Pajama Day how everyone in his class had worn PJs and slippers. Then Stanley imagined what the class picture would look like without him. Aw, there would be a little spot in there where he would be missing. He decided to go back to class. To keep from being nervous, Stanley made up a song. Crazy hair day, how I wish I wasn't there. Stanley felt someone touch his shoulder. I was just coming to get you, said Larry Finchfeather. What if they laugh at me again, said Stanley. Everything will be fine, Larry whispered. I promise. I think even though Larry Finchfeather didn't say he was sorry, I think he's standing by Stanley and being a good friend. Stanley stood in front of the class. Everybody stopped. Everybody stared. Stanley rolled the rubber bands in his hair. He gently tapped the tops of his spikes. This, he said, is going to be a day I will never forget. Look, all of his friends put on crazy hats. So they all kind of had crazy hair day or crazy hat day. so Stanley would not feel bad. Oh my goodness. And that night, Stanley went to sleep with a smile on his face because he knew all his friends loved him. The end. So, this Friday is Picture Day. Picture Day, not Crazy Hair Day. Don't be a Stanley on Friday. See you later.